Well, welcome to another edition of Weighted to Win. It is the 19th day of July, and we have 8 races out on the Poly this afternoon at Fairview. Looking forward to it. Looks like nice weather, around 18 degrees predicted maximum. So even though a little bit cold for some, I think that's a pretty moderate weather there this afternoon. 3 meters out at the 420 meter mark as per usual, that false rail. And joining us today on the line, Nino. Nino is going to be helping us with the card here this afternoon. And just while we wait for Nino to come on, race 1, take out number 1, Brooksider. And over the page, number 7, Sandy's Princess. Blinkers are on. And an important form update, number 5, Nike's Ray of Light, your favorite, ran on the 16th of July and ran second, 3.75 behind Sweet and True. So important form update. Nino, welcome to the show. You had a very good show last time I worked with you. I think you got 5 or 6 of the winners. So that was a good one.
Good morning, Lal. Yes, the last time we did a show together, we tipped quite a few winners. And looking forward to doing it with you again. And also looking forward to this 8-race program on the Poly at Fairview.
Yeah, thanks, Nino, being very kind when you say we. You did it. So race number 1 here, the betting. Number 5, as I said, is the favourite, and the price there on 18 to 10. The first timer, number 2, Coral Creek, Richard Free for Alan Krief, is showing up at 5 to 2, so being pretty firm. I looked at the mare that might want a little further, the Son of Global View. The third favourite, number 8, Thread of Life, is 5 to 2 as well. And then it's 12 to 1 and better bar those. So the other first timer here, Nino, no, it's just the one. The other first timer doesn't have support. So, Nino, the favourite here, number 5, does this appear quite hard to beat?
Yes, I think so, Lal. I think he's going to be very hard to beat. Look, he ran a cracker on Tuesday, was it? Behind this Sweet and True. But look, there is a concern that it's running again after 3 days, but I'm sure Gavin Smith wouldn't have run it if it didn't take the race well. So definitely the horse to beat. You've got to have respect for the Richard Alan Krief combination. But it might need more ground, as you say. So, look, in my own personal bipod, I'm gonna bank a 5. Nike's Ray of Light. For those going further, you have to look at number 2, Respect for that jockey stable combination, and then I think Thread of Life would be the next one.
All right, thank you, Dino. So here's your bipod up on screen. 2 and 5 by 137 by Banker 1, by 1256 by 4, by 35679, 120 Rand. And as Nino said there, the 5 might just be enough in this first leg. Even though number 2, Coral Creek, is your second favourite, we both agree that the 5 could be a banker for your smaller punter. Race number 2 is a maiden plate for the fillies and the mares. First leg of the PA, and they're running over 1,000 metres. Blinkers on number 7, Karoo Boka, who is your debutante here in the second race. And your betting has the 7 as the favourite, around 16 to 10. It's 2 to 1 about number 1, Best Intentions. Number 2, Bellatrice, is showing at 7 to 1. And then the 6 there showing up at 8 to 1. So interesting race, this one. We're going to get Nino's input. I thought the 1, 2 and 3, there wasn't much between them if you go into deep form here. And of course the money for number 7. So Nino, how are we going to play the first leg of this PA?
Lal, well, the 7 again, that combination has to be respected, and this is a well-bred horse, but maybe it also might need a bit further, Karoo Boki. My first choice is definitely number 1, Best Intentions. I think that's out of the race runners the horse to beat. I'm always going to put in Gotcha Buzz. As you know, it's owned by our friends Caboose, Van Staden and Gary de Geyer. So I'm always hoping that runs a good race. So out of loyalty, I've added that in the bipod. And then obviously Bellatrice. So between 1, 2, 3 and 7, I think you'll be more than sufficient to survive the bipod. But Best Intention, my first choice.
All right, so Nino, there's the PA up on screen. So the 1, 2 and 3, not much between them. We both agree that number 3, Gotcha Buzz, might just be a bit of value here at 11 to 1. But as far as the PA is concerned, the horse with the in-form running at the moment is the Daughter Rafif, number 1, Best Intentions. Taking a chance, should run in the top 3 by Banker 1, by 1256, by 4, by 36, by 136, by 135, 9, 13 and 14. 144 the spend. Remember, you can always add on, so don't be shy. If you want to put more horses into the PA, you can always do that and take a percentage. Race number 3 is an open maiden. There's over 1,300 meters in the first leg of the Pick 6. And of course, this means there are weights for the maidens. But it does look like Ugigeletu could get it right here this afternoon. The Son of Erupt. The second favorite, number 2, Hot Hat. Gee, I'd hate to be a commentator. 15 to 10, number 2. There's a form update for number 2, ran third behind Consigliere. That was on the 16th as well, beaten 3 lengths. The scratching here, by the way, is number 5, House of Sussex. And you can put blinkers and tongue tie onto number 1, Ugigeletu. And number 4, Colonel Green, who is in the betting, gets cheap blinkers, cheek pieces and blinkers fitted as well. Right, so Nino, this is not the strongest field, if I can say it like that. The 1 and the 2 are at the top in the betting. And it does appear these two could be the two fighting it out.
It could be long, but as you so rightfully mentioned, this is an open handicap. I don't think that the 2 can beat the 1 given in receipt of only 1.5 kilos. But further down the weight, he's given 8 kilos to a horse called Six Bomb that could improve. I'm taking my chances. Last time out, Ugigeletu had valid excuses for that poor performance. Well, not poor performance, but a disappointing performance. I thought it would win the race. It was slow out the gates, probably needed the run over the 1,000. It's going to be much better over the 1,300. So I'm banking, I'm taking my chances, and I think he's going to be a very, very hard horse to beat. But like you said, it is an open maiden. He's lumping some to Six Bomb. Hat, let's touch on that. The way he ran last time, he was making no impression on the winner, Consigliere. He was like one pace going through the 300 and gave me the impression that he would need much more ground, at least 1,600 and further. So I'm quite bullish that the 1 should beat the 2. But then again, in the Pick 6, you only need 1, 2, 4, and 8 if you're going wide. I really can't see you going out with those 4 horses. But personally, I'm banking in number 1, Ugigeletu, and I suggested a double later with Ladies Alternate.
Yeah, you make a good point here. Ugigeletu, Gavin Smith, Craig Zaki, drawn 1, slow away last time. Now on the poly over the correct trip, Cherry Ripe. It really does look the horse to beat. So there's the Pick 6 banker, number 1 in leg 1, Ugigeletu from 1, 2, 5, 6, banker 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10, 1, 3, 6, and 10, and then 1 through 14, 2, 2, 4, 0. So if the 1, Ugigeletu, does come through, it's a very good start to this Pick 6 this afternoon. Race 4 and Jackpot 1 this afternoon get underway at 14:10. They're racing over 1,300 meters for this classified stakes, which does, of course, favour fillies and mares, but there are no fillies and mares, and there is one scratching here, and that is number 7, Russian Empire. So 8 runners on the card here for race number 4, Jackpot 1. Your betting is number 5, A Bit Chilly at 28 to 10. Number 2, William the First, 9 to 2. Also 9 to 2 is number 4, Coastal Path. Number 1, Lieutenant Alexander, showing up 5 to 1, 11 to 2, 6, Windsock. I could go on here, but this is a time-based show. So it's a very open-looking race. I see number 2, William the First, ran a good third behind Aya for Yakatal last time. That was a good run, but I make it open. Hopefully you can help us find the winner.
Well, I do make it a little bit open, but I think that William the First is going to be now cherry ripe today over the extra 100 meters. He's had the 2 warm-ups over the 12. I think he's going to be better over the extra 100 meters and cherry ripe. If you have a look at Postum Wally, there's no way that Postum Wally can beat Lieutenant Alexander. So I've left that out because Lieutenant Alexander is 7 kilos better off for the beating odds, 2.25 less. They should turn that around. The interesting horse is A Bit Chilly. He ran against a very good horse in Cape Town called Talk to the Master twice. And then on the poly, I think it was over the 1,200, was very impressive. So that's got a chance, and Windsock. I'll make it between 1, 2, 5, and 6.
All right, 1, 2, 5, and 6. Looks like Gavin Smith could have a good start to this card. 1, 2, 5, and 6, leg 1, by banker 4 for Nino. And then again, all of those 10. And then 1, 3, 6, and 10, 160 Rand. That is Jackpot 1. The time to jot down, 14:10. Race number 5, first leg of our Jackpot 2, fillies and mares 66, and they're racing over 2,000 metres on the poly this afternoon. No scratchings, all clear at this stage. 7 runners will be going down to the start. Number 4, Lady Zoltanite, 18 to 10 for the win. Very good win last time in a very fast time, notable with Sandile Cartier aboard. Number 2, State of Mind, 4 to 1. The arch enemy here as far as the weights are concerned, you'd think. 2, State of Mind. The third favourite, number 1, Out of Dimension, at around 9 to 2, and then it's 6 to 1 and better bar those. Nino, it is the start of our Jackpot 2. Lady Zoltanite, I saw it in your earlier bets. You quite confident today about this one?
Yes, I am, Lyle, and I think she's going to be very tough to beat. As you mentioned, State of Mind is the nearest at the weights, but she's 3 kilograms better off for a beating of 4 lengths. So on paper, Lady Zoltanite still has the beating of State of Mind. And she's a 4-year-old, and I think she's improving with every single run that she runs. The jockey is perfect. He's unbeaten, 2 from 2 on the distance is perfect. And you know what? I'm taking the chances again. And again, I stress this is my personal opinion. I think she's going to be hard to beat. I'm banking in her, and I make her one of my better bets on the card. Obviously, the dangers are State of Mind. Then watch out for Jam, going over 200. That could cause an upset. And the other one that I would add, if you're going wide, is a horse called Spirit Princess. I think she ran over a distance that was much too far last time, the 2-4. She's back over a more suitable distance, and at a price that could cause an upset. But I'm strong with Lady Zoltanite.
All right, you've made a good case. We like confidence. Banker 4. This is Jackpot 2 by the 10 horses by 1, 3, 6 and 10. And again, they were going 1 through 14 in that final leg. So race number 5, Jackpot 2, 14.45. Race number 6 is a fillies mare 66 handicap again. They're racing over 1,600 metres. And the off time here of race number 6 is 15.20. Put a tongue tie onto number 2, Lady Tiptree, and you can take out number 5, Fairy Trip. Is a scratching this afternoon. Leaves 9 runners for what I think is a competitive race. But Nino, we're listening to what he has to say. Number 6, Hugs and High Fives, nicely named individual, 18 to 10. If this gets beaten, it's quite open after that. You can see by the betting. Number 1, Cat Say No, that's at 11 to 2, along with number 4, Arabian Red, and then they're 13 to 2 and better bar those. So, Nino, the question where is, the betting suggests that Hugs and High Fives is the right one. Is the horse to beat, or are there opposition here?
No, there is plenty of opposition. He's only had the 1 run in PE, and 18 to 10, I think it's quite short. Look, he is a horse to beat. With any further improvement, he should beat a field of this nature. But you could get an upset here. I like the look of number 3 as well. Turned the beat around. She ran behind much stronger last time when she was beaten by Gideon's Daughter. That's got a chance. I thought a horse like Sky Velocity could cause an upset. But as you see, I've gone the whole field in my jackpot and hoping for the upset. But touching on my first 4 choices, I would go Hugs and High Five to turn the beat around, Sky Velocity and Manera. Number 1 is a 2-year-old carrying a lot of weight, can't say no. He's going to have a tough task here. So, but I did add it in because I took the field. But if Hugs and High Five, we could be in for a big result here.
Yeah, I'm glad that's exactly what I thought when I was looking at this race. So the 6 Hugs and High Fives could be the one to beat her, is the one to beat her. But if she fluffs her lines, the double here has all of them in, the entire field, and then leg 2, 1, 3, 6 and 10. Some roughies for you. Maybe the 3 could run into the quartet, the 8, the 9 and the 10. But Hugs and Fives, the horse to beat here, Hugs and High Fives, race number 6. The penultimate race on the card this afternoon, race number 7, a nice strong merited 96 handicap over the 1,000 metres. Your changes here, there's a form update. Number 4, EB's First, also ran on the 16th of July. And he ran 4th, 2.05 lengths behind Fairy Night. Take note of that. I believe that's that for the race. Oh, there we go. We can take the blinkers off. Number 3, Slim Yanni as well. Right, so that is race number 7. We do have Nino on the line. Paris Lass, 3.75 to 1. Another open betting market. 11 to 2 about number 6, Liddell's Echo. It is 13 to 2 number 4, Evie's First with that form update. And then 7 to 1 and better bar those. Paris Lass. First question here, Nino. Paris Lass, Gavin Smith, Mr. Nastili taking the 4 kilograms off. A very talented individual, this one. Is the 4 kilograms off going to be enough?
Yeah, Lau, she is a class horse in the race. She beat what I believe to be one of the top sprinters in PE in the form of 3 Rocks. Not once, but twice. The first time she beat 3 Rocks was at level weight. This is obviously the horse to beat, but it all depends how she's going to be ridden. I'm not, with all due respect, Nastili is becoming a top apprentice. But if you give her the right kind of ride, I think she's going to be hard to beat. But in saying that, I think Gavin Smith has got the key to this race, and I think he will win it. So Paris Lassie is obviously the filly to beat with a -4 claim. Slim Yanni went to Durban and took on some top horses, and he's also well suited to this course and distance. And so is Liddell's Echo. And then even Tuscan Gold. So for me, I'm sure that Gavin Smith will win the race. And for those who want to be sure and safe, I think you should take all these horses. So I've taken 1, 3, 6, and 10 in my jacket.
All right, yeah, point well made there. The reason that these apprentices get the 4 kilograms is because they need them. They're still learning. So your decision out there, can Paris Lass win? She certainly is the class horse in the race, but include all of Gavin Smith's runners here in race number 7, 1, 3, 6, and 10, the swinger boxed in the penultimate race. Well, race number 8, 16:30 the off time. This is again, fillies and mares, and it's a 70 handicap this time over the 1200 meters. The 6, Miami Beach, is a scratching. Tongue tie on number 7, Frosty Reception. And those are your 2 changes at this stage. And I see the betting has By the Light of the Moon as your weak favourite, 5-1. I was actually watching Jack Sparrow last night, so that could be an omen. The daughter of Give Me the Green Light, Richard Free aboard. But a very open betting market. And this is why we need Nino in this last race, because I made this one of the most competitive races in the card. Nino, help us get out of jail here in the final race, race 8.
Lala, I'm actually in your camp. I think this is a nightmare of a race, and I think every single runner you can make a case for, even those that are drawn in the car park. Horses like Executor, Kilmarnock, and Angel C. Look, I found a complete lunatic here, and I'm just hoping a horse called Global Goddess. Now, I'm going to go each way on that. Hopefully she runs in the first 4 for me. I think she's the last horse in the betting, and I don't believe she should be at 33-1 or whatever her price is, because she's been running over the 1,000. I think from a good draw, she's going to love the 1,200. She could just as well spring a big surprise in this race. But I've gone field in the pick 6 because I think every single horse has got a chance of winning.
Well, that's a good bet there. Each way, number 14, Global Goddess. I see what you mean when I look at her. 53 kilograms, drawn 2. Last time she ran over the 1,200 on the turf, she won. So that's an interesting point. And she's currently 18-1. So a very difficult race and ending off. But go with Nino there each way on number 14, Global Goddess.